Oh, hello, welcome to the Mermaid Tavern. Chin chin, salute, slonchava, yakida, skol. Cheers. Bottoms up. Kind of dust now, isn't it? The Anthology 4 came out just before Christmas, didn't it? Wasn't particularly exciting, was it? It just wasn't, was it? I know Giles Martin says there's not much in the vault, and we know that, but what we got with Anthology Flaw was not. No, was it? Do you remember the excitement about the anthology albums when they came out? They sort of came out not all together, but sort of in installments, didn't they? 95, 96. How wonderful that stuff on the anthology was, 1, 2, and 3. I remember being excited about the Decca tapes. I remember getting a copy of the Decca tapes on a cassette in about 1979 at the Liverpool Beatles convention. I don't think there was. I don't remember seeing a version on vinyl. Now it's everywhere, isn't it? You can get a copy on vinyl anywhere. There's even I'm thinking of buying one actually because I haven't got a copy on vinyl of it. On Amazon, you can get it for about 16 quid. Um, it's a grey area, isn't it? I was looking at it, why they don't, why Apple don't sort of stop it, and they own this sort of creative content, don't they? But I remember being so excited about getting that cassette. It was all echoey, and I still have a real soft spot for the Decca tapes. They're really great. They've got energy to them. Um, yeah, I just wanted to basically have a chat with you about what you thought about what should have been Anthology 4 or Anthology Flaw, as I've started calling it. Yeah, I just wanted to have a chat with you about what you thought, and I'll put some ideas your way, and yeah, please. I'm imagining you're just there talking to me. That was what the whole idea I had for this Mermaid Tavern. Originally, you chatting with a mate, fellow Beatles lover, across the table in a pub, a Mermaid Tavern here by the sea. Um, yeah, the obvious one for me would be the songs that Lennon and McCartney gave away, or chiefly Paul gave away, and he wrote a lot of songs, didn't he, Paul? People like Peter and Gordon, the Foremost, and I think John as well wrote a few, and B.J. Kramer, Cilla Black, of course. I was going to say actually, the ones I'm talking about here uh, are ones really that haven't really been released. The ones that have already been on anthology, the previous anthology albums, and also, of course, the BBC tapes, both volumes 1 and volumes 2 of the BBC tapes. Uh, and also, of course, the Decca audition. Yeah. I'm not really covering those. But yeah, I just wanted to go through a few of those for you. And I just jotted down a kind of a list. And top of the list, I've got Tip of Your Tongue, which is a song that was written for Tommy Quickly. Not a particularly distinguished song, is it? If you heard it, the version is there a Beatles version of it? Well, a lot of the times they did do, as we know, because they've surfaced, haven't they, in recent times? Been quite a few news stories about some of these demos, these acetates, like guide demos surfacing. To let the artist know, how to record it. George Martin was apparently dissatisfied with the results they recorded in '62. It was a reject. It was a reject. But there's a Beatles demo of it out there, and it hasn't surfaced. So I'd like to hear. I'm sure they put some magic on it, better than the Tommy Quickly version of it. So I definitely have that out there, even though it's not their best song. You see where George was coming from. The second one I've scribbled down is a song recorded by the Foremost. I think Billy J. Kramer also recorded a version of this. This is I'm in Love. I'm in Love. There's a piano demo of it only surviving, I think, with John performing it. And it's actually already had a release. But I'm covering this one because it hasn't had a proper, physical release. Yeah, this was a virtual album. Do you remember? It was put on iTunes, about 50 or so tracks dating from 1963, Calder Stones. I think they're a subsidiary of UMG, and it was to prevent them falling out of copyright. And Yeah, I'm in Love was on there, and Bad to Me. Both those were two little short demos at the end, and it was interesting to see it. But there was no physical release of it. But of course, it's been quite heavily bootlegged. But I think it deserves like a physical release. And then we've got Bad to Me. Everyone knows Bad to Me, don't they? Birds in the tree would be sad and lonely. Lovely song, isn't it? And we've got John singing a rough demo. What is it? Only a short. It's difficult. Some of these I'm talking about here, we don't even know if they exist, or if they do exist in a rough form. A little bit of trickery, just a bit of separation in there, cleaning them up. I'm excited about the Star Club tapes, aren't you? That's one thing I'm excited about. Them coming. I think I'm more excited about that. It's the thing I'm most excited about, actually. Everyone's going about Rubber. I love Rubber Soul. Don't get me wrong; it's one of my favourite Beatles albums. But I'm not really fussed about a super deluxe of it. But I'm really looking forward to the Star Club tapes. I hope they do something really imaginative with it. And Peter Jackson, bless him. I did hear somebody, even maybe it's only me that's drawn attention to this, animating it. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Those Klaus Vormann style cartoons, that would get me excited as a Beatles fan. Yeah. Where am I? So yeah, that's Bad to Me. I Don't Want to See You Again. That's one of the 4 songs written for Peter and Gordon, and pretty decent song. Not one of the best ones. Paul's known to have recorded a demo of it for Peter Asher. I bet Peter Asher's probably still got it. They were living at the house, the Asher family home on Wimpole Street, 1964. Never been heard or referred to since. Or it might be a version of that. Yeah, because these things demos are cropping up all the time of this sort of stuff, aren't they? They really are. Only a few years ago, you can be encouraged because there was a demo of "Love of the Loved," the Cilla Black song. Quite a different version to the one on the Decca tapes, because that's on the Decca tapes, isn't it? "Love of the Loved," but it surfaced literally fairly recently, wasn't it? Another one has surfaced in her that I'm going to talk about. Anyway, that's "I Don't Want to See You Again," and the next is dun, 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 dun. Ooh, lovely instrumental. That's something. Why hasn't that been out there? Easily sourced here on YouTube from a tape that was made at the Cavern, and just an audio tape in '62, I think it was, where they had I think One After 909 was on there, and I saw her standing there. That was yeah, but that's not been put out. Why? Come on, the bootleggers. Anyway, but yeah, Cat Call, or Cat's Walk, sometimes it's called. Pretty cool for Cat's song, isn't it? I love it. Well, instrumental. And then we got "It's For You," which is a Cilla Black song. There's a demo of that recorded, '64. George Martin producing. Yeah, I think there's that's the one, isn't it? That is the one. That is the one that came up for auction. It was 10 years ago. Not the most recent one, but that was found in Cilla's possessions not long, I think, after she died, and the buyer bought it, and it was a private buyer, but I think he had to he let Paul make a recording of it, whether he had to or whether he just did it courtesy. Does Paul own that? Paul must own the original because it's his song, but he doesn't own the actual physical copy of it. So presumably, if it did come out on like a project like this, you know, Anyway, don't know the legalities of it all, but anyway, about 20 seconds of it are on here, and it's a really exceptional song. It's for you. It really is. It's one of the best on here. One of the best, I think, that Paul gave away. Really exceptional song. And then we've got 1 and 1 is 2. It's interesting, isn't it? Again, but it still hasn't been released as a. It's a rough. Again, it's easily found on here. It was like the one that was recorded at the hotel in Paris, George V Hotel. It was recorded in the hotel room, pretty basically on a tape recorder. But yeah, worth it to put it out. Just do a little bit of cleaning up of it and put it out. Why are these things on YouTube so easily and they're not out there on an album that people are paying £70-80 for? It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense to me. And then we got I'll Keep You Satisfied, which is another song written for Billy J. Kramer. There's no known official demo of that. Paul must have done that. Paul's song in it. He must have done a guide demo of it. Maybe Billy's got it. Billy J. Kramer. I met Billy J. Kramer a few years back at the Liverpool Beatles convention, courtesy of my friend Julie, as in Julie Evans, Mal's daughter. And yeah, I've said to him, "Hello, Billy." Both a bit rude, actually. I'm of that generation. Yeah, call people by their first names if you don't know them is a bit rude. But maybe I'm sure he didn't think anything of it. But I should have said to him, "Billy, have you got that?" Well, Mr. Kramer. Or I should have said, "Can I ask you?" Referring to a name. Have you got the demo of the song? I'll Keep You Satisfied. There's another one as well. I'm going to talk about in a minute. What's the other one? I'm going to talk about in a minute. From a Window. That's another one. Another Paul song, written 64. I think they were both. John and Paul were present at the session at Abbey Road, but I think you'd even hear Paul harmonising. But there's no known copy of it. And then there's Woman, which is a lovely song that Paul wrote for Peter and Gordon. Lovely song, this. Really nice. Woman, do you love me? Woman, oh, nice. Woman. There's a bit of it, isn't there? There's a little bit of it out there. There's about 30 seconds of it on here from a demo. It must be a longer surviving bit somewhere. Maybe it's only a minute. But come on, that should be out there. Yeah. That's the one, isn't it, that he didn't put his name on it. Out of all the 4 songs he wrote for Peter and Gordon, he didn't put his name on that one. He put the name Bernard Webb, didn't he? I think he didn't do as well as the others, if memory serves. He got into the top 30, so he didn't do too badly. No, not too shabby. But I bet Peter and Gordon wished he had put his name on it, so it might have got up the hit parade even more. Yeah. And then we've got the best, I think, the best one, the most well-known one. Please lock me away and don't need a world without. But it's the best one, isn't it? And Paul should have kept that for himself, shouldn't he? Paul should have kept that for the Beatles. I think half of me thinks that Lennon found the lyrics. Please lock me away. Hilarious. So that's maybe Paul didn't push it as much as he would have done otherwise. But that could have been a great Beatles hit, couldn't it? It could have easily been one of the ones we talk about today with reverence on all these albums. A great one. The full demo is on here. I think it's only a minute, but if you listen to it, poor quality as it is, it begins and ends. So it's only a minute long. So maybe some of these guide demos are not very long. They're just enough to let the artist know what was intended. But again, minute of that on Anthology 4. Sorry, but that would be a delight. It really would. And then Nobody I Know. That's No Known Demo. That's the other Peter and Gordon song. No Known Demo, that one. That's one of the weaker ones, isn't it? It's okay. Nobody I know. It's all right. Yeah, they're all good actually. They're all good. But Woman and Woman Without Love are definitely the best two. Didn't Peter Asher have a copy of one of these? Have I missed talking about that? Let me know in the comments. I'm not an expert on the Beatles, as you probably know if you've been with me here before at the Mermaid Tavern. This is just a pub chat between friends talking about the Beatles. We're not competing with each other how much knowledge we have, and it's like I get together with my friend Alan or Mark and talk about the Beatles. It's not a competition who knows more, though they both know more than me. They both know more than me. I know quite a bit. Some of the stuff I knew I'd forgotten, I think. It comes back sometimes, but I'm a bit hazy on some areas. That's it, I think, for all the other ones I haven't mentioned there, which they wrote for others, have already been on, as I say, Decca Tapes, BBC, or on the previous anthology albums. It just leaves me to talk about some of the other stuff that we'd all like to be on there, and that inevitably touches on the Get Back sessions, doesn't it? Songs like Watching Rainbows, Case of the Blues, Palace of the King of the Birds, Madman, even Eddie the Dog, that song, and Panina. These are all potentially great things, and bits of them, they weren't properly recorded, were they? They were just picked up by the sound. But again, these would be a delight compared to what we got palmed off with. So there's lots of other ideas. Let me know your ideas. Please do in the comments what you think, where you'd go with this. I made this little mixtape on my iTunes, like an imaginary album. I did the art. I made some artwork for it and referenced the Butcher cover. One of the outtakes of the Butcher cover was all the the one with all the dolls and bits of meat, and I called it Beatles Medium Rare and Raw. I think that pretty much suits it. It's medium, not really rare, but medium rare. See, nice little pun there. Don't do it when it comes to meat. Yes, yeah. Not if you're a vegetarian, as indeed I am, and raw, because they are quite raw, aren't they? So it's a bootleg, isn't it? It's a bootleg now. It's never going to happen. Let's not kid ourselves. But any one of those songs should have been out there. I know that a lot of them aren't even known about, but let's hope they are found and traced. And while I've still got breath in me, they're put out there. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to say farewell to you. Farewell. If you're out there still, thank you for spending the time with me. Really appreciate it. I really do. Your company, as always. And will I see you again? Will I? Well, I sincerely hope so.